Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one, between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime, but kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, the city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give a better chance to lead the team to wins.
And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
I'm absolutely eager to watch him play in this game because here we are, Week 15. Not a lot of games left down the stretch. But will he get outside of himself trying to make huge plays in order to try and win an MVP? Because he's not in the #1 spot right now.
No, he's not. I think everyone consensus thinks that way. You hope he doesn't get outside of himself right now, though, because that could really get their offense out of sync. And it's been in sync most of this year. And one advantage for this offensive unit is the big target, Mike Evans.
Play to his strength, his size and catch radius. Throw it up there, let him go get it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. On third down, Winston. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Defense.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A look now at the defensive starters for Philadelphia. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Jameis to throw it. And he comes back with one complete.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
This is Hunt on the draw play, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He completes it to Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3, and this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Got his open man. It's Carr. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Now back to throw. And Sanders has got it complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First carry now for Jordan Howard. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. And Thomas has it. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 35. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
Mike, 56, right there.
Now Sanders. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean? Break out just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. On the delay, here's Hunt. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The Bucs on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Winston, 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Well, forget the field goal to try to tie this thing. They'll have a chance to take the lead here with 1st and 10. They run with Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Winston to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now Howard. MJ Stewart made the tackle from his corner spot.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
On play action, they'll throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Right here. Mike's 56. Mike's 50.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. That second down play nets a -4. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's third and goal.
That's it. Big hit.
They're going to look to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's fourth and goal.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
I'm coming after you.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. A gain of 3, second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Here's Winston. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On second down, it's Hunt, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Derrick Henry. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Bucs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff?
Yeah.
Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Now Winston. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Third and long for Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Barnett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the second time. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field.
Personal foul.
I'm not sure what this is about.
Defense.
So that one will be accepted.
All day, baby, all day.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. Here's Winston. And he completes it to Hunt. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
False start. Offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
That'd be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Back him up.
Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll drop to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Winston. That one is caught by Hunt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. A first down carry for Henry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Throwing on second down. Winston looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down. To throw on 2nd and 6, Winston. And his throw is incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. But now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Winston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. This is Howard on 2nd down. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Back to throw here. They'll set up the screen to Howard. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Now punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. And Winston lost the football, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's right through, and we are now tied at 13. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Eagles. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive. Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll set up to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. They'll look to throw here. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. A good pickup there, a 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. Hunt, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. They run again with Hunt. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Winston now from the 50. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Let's go, baby.
The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and in throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure. They'll run. It's Sanders. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be a 2nd and long. On the draw, here's Sanders. A nice job of just sticking the helmet down 9 yards on the play, but still 3rd and 12 now. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career, and Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now they toss that wide to Sanders. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island.
Going quickly here to Thomas. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
56 is the mic. Let's go,
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's 3rd and 5. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. And what everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that one a long 11-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Airing this one out for Evans. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Evans once again the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. On second down, Winston again. He completes it to Henry. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Winston. He's going to float this one deep right side, and unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. Thomas, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They run with Howard. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
2nd and 9 now. He gets it to Thomas. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 30. On first down, they run with Howard. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Right there. Oh, yes, baby.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Running with Howard. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He will push his way down to about the 14.
Face mask. Defense.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Jameis to throw it. He's got Evans.
Holding offense.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Here's Winston.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. On 1st and 10, Winston. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And they take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long. Let's see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for the Eagles, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.